Hello and welcome once again, and thank you for joining us at Chamber Momentum, when today I am delighted and tickled to have with me Sandy Skrocki.
Thanks.
And she is, maybe you can help us with this, identify who you're with, who you represent.
Sure.
And there you go.
Okay, that's my cue. So my name's Sandy Skrocki, obviously. I'm an independent consultant with Arbonne International, which basically means I'm a professional network marketer.
Nice. And tell us a little bit about Arbonne. It's cosmetics and personal health
and
items,
wellness.
That sort of,
Yep.
So give us a little overview about that.
Arbonne's an incredible company. I chose to partner with them in my network marketing profession for a number of reasons. At the time that I was introduced to them, I had been looking for healthier options for myself and my family. We were trying to make changes in the way that we eat, but oftentimes people miss the extra step in what they're putting on their skin. Our skin is is the number one organ and protects all the other organs, and so what we put on our skin, they can find trace elements of that within our organs within about 26 seconds of putting it on.
My understanding is from my therapeutic massage days is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, that up to 60% of what you put on your skin gets directly absorbed into your bloodstream. So that's why we want to be concerned about what we're putting on our skin, and what we do on a daily basis.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think that, again, people, they're very concerned, especially in our area with all of the farmers markets and the organics that we do have available. We often find ourselves searching for the answer when it comes to cosmetics and skincare, and it's a big question. There's just loads and loads of shelves of all sorts of different products, but we don't really know what's in that, and unfortunately in this country we may never know. It's actually been since 1938 was the last time that any law was passed as to what could be put into cosmetics and skincare as far as chemicals went. So Arbonne, on the other hand, it is made in America. It abides by, it's a Swiss formulation.
It's your heritage.
Yep, that's our heritage, a Swiss heritage, and it abides by European standards, which is huge. So any of us that know, Europe has always been a little bit above the bar.
A bit more rigid.
And so they've banned about 1,500 ingredients from being put into skincare and cosmetics. The United States has only banned about 10 to 12. So.
So now you mentioned, so back up a little bit. How long have you been with Arbonne?
So I was introduced by my fantastic sister-in-law about 9 years ago. And she was so sure I could do this as a business, and I had no interest at all. Because my background is actually, I'm a certified paralegal, absolutely love the profession. But I found that after having been introduced to this, I still went back and worked for a few attorneys here in the area, and I found that it didn't fit anymore with my lifestyle. 3 kids, my husband's a contractor here in West Hampton, and it was hard to juggle it all. Still love the profession, and also in the past I've done photography, so I've always been looking for something to do that fits around a schedule, and that's what this does. It's brilliant.
How long have you been with Arbonne?
So about 9 years.
Okay.
Using the product, kind of sharing it. After I left my last position as a paralegal, I took a second look at the profession as a whole, replaced my income, and have been there since, just enjoying that income.
Okay, so now you had mentioned that you're an independent consultant.
Correct.
And you had a specific name for the type of company that.
So the company itself is a health and wellness company, but I'm a network marketing professional.
Okay, so what does that mean?
So really all that is we're kind of like a distribution system. You know, as you would go to the store to buy something off the shelf, you have to consider the amount of the product and how much of that money went into making the product, but also how much of that money went into advertising, marketing, you know, putting it in warehouses and making the product itself. There's a lot of cost. Halle Berry probably got paid to advertise some kind of hair color or makeup that you're picking up, so that cost goes into that as well. With network marketing, we're just skipping all of that. We're skipping the middlemen, so the product with Arbonne comes from Arbonne through me to you.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about Arbonne product. Now you cover, and it's cosmetics, it's health and wellness, it's, what else?
So many things.
And what does that mean?
So what that means basically, but we've been here for 35 years. It was founded.
You've been in the U.S. for 35 years.
We have been in business, or around for 35 years, I guess. So our founder, Peter Mork, originally started this to give women a way to earn a little extra income, but he was looking for a very safe product. Our whole philosophy is to keep it pure, make sure that it's safe, but also that it's beneficial, because honestly, if it doesn't work, we don't care how many plants are in it, truth be told. So this is an extremely beneficial line in that our skincare, everything is health and wellness, from our eyeshadows to our nutrition products, such as our protein powders, nutrition bars, wellness drinks, that kind of thing. But it all works at a cellular level, and it all works to bring our body completely back into a balanced state of pH, a pH balance.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was interesting to me. Yes, the alkalinity, that's huge. And again, something that not everybody knows about. I certainly had no idea. But our bodies need to be in a certain balance, a certain alkaline state. And we come across so many toxins.
Is it about 7?
I think it's like 7.5. So when we come into, actually that might be a little high, so I'm gonna have to look that up. But when we come into contact,
it's about around there somewhere.
Yeah, right around there. But when we come into contact with all the foods and the chemicals and the preservatives and the toxins that are in that, our bodies don't know what to do with them. So, and it's the same with skincare. And so people are tired, and they tend to, they can hold on to weight and different issues, and they're exhausted, they're irritable, all these different things. They don't really know what to do with it, so they'll seek maybe the pharmacy, they need an aspirin or they need something, but really what they could do is just very slowly start switching some of their products.
You know what I think is really interesting regarding that way of looking at things is that, say for instance, just purely with our body care, hair care, skin care, all of that sort of stuff, 60% of that gets directly absorbed into our bloodstream.
Right.
But when you stop and think about it, well, I'm only using a little dab of shampoo, but we use it every single day. You're using lotion every single day. Soap every single day. So now you're accumulating that times 365 times however 52 years old.
Yeah. When I walk out of the house, I think my Arbonne number is about 35 products. So when you think about that, it adds up.
What does that mean, Arbonne number?
How many Arbonne products I use before I leave the house.
Oh, okay.
So if it was an Arbonne, it would be something else.
Right.
So when you think about that, there's a fantastic article called The Toxin Burden. And really, that and another one is the baby's tub is toxic. Yeah. It's so important to just pay attention, and it's just little things. I don't preach this or say this to freak people out.
No,
but I'm trying. What got me really excited about being able to share these products is to create an awareness and to let people know that there is a safer option. It's extremely affordable. I think people might, it's network marketing or direct sales. That stuff's pricey. It's really not, and we use so much less of it.
Right.
A lot of us have that cosmetic graveyard under the sink, where, well, that doesn't work anymore, and you throw it under there. Let me just remind you all that you can return it. But, I have space under my cabinets now because I just don't have that. Everything that we've needed in our household for my family and myself, Arbonne has it, and if they don't, I figure I just don't really need it.
Right.
But, we have the shampoos, we have the conditioners, multivitamins that are gender specific, new protein powder that absolutely amazing. I love the protein powder.
Now, I noticed that recently, let's see, probably maybe in the spring, you may have done this. You were doing a cleanse program. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure.
And how did it go for you and your team?
It went good. I recently got back from Italy, as you know, so I'm back on it. Lost 3 pounds last week. So that's a fantastic program. It's not a diet, and I sometimes hate to use the word cleanse because people are like, oh my Lord, I need to take a month off of work. It's not, it's very gentle. So we like to describe it as transitional nutrition because a lot of people don't know where to start. They're drinking very unhealthy shake mixes, or they're cutting out foods that they really need. So the entire 30 Days to Healthy Living plan that Arbonne has pulled together attacks the main issue, which is nutrition, and learning again what we should be putting in our body. We do stay away from certain things for the first 30 days. You can do anything for 30 days. And then when you start reintroducing
So when you say stay away from things,
I wasn't going to mention, but yeah.
White sugar, white flour, that sort of thing.
Alcohol, sugar,
wine,
dairy, and gluten are huge because they're allergens, and they can trigger, that spare tire and exhaustion.
You know what I find I mean, I find this whole subject fascinating, but in particular nutrition and how far we've come from what our foods once were to what they are, and how they've become, how they've changed, let's just say.
They really have.
And our bodies don't know what to do with that, and in particular processed foods. And they're like, whoa, what the heck is this? And all of a sudden now you've got this fatigue or extra weight or
irritability.
Whatever. Right.
Yeah, all of that stuff. And that's exactly it. And so that's what the program does. It helps you transition back to that state, that healthy mindset. But the other thing that I love that it does is it also takes care of balancing our blood sugars and our keeps our gut healthy. There's digestive enzymes and probiotics included in that, because that is where a lot of disease and issues start, is within the gut.
So now you've been doing this for 9 years.
Yeah.
And it's evident that you love it. You get that sparkle and that twinkle in your eye whenever we get together and talk about this. But as a independent business person, and this is kind of a different model than a lot of entrepreneurs are engaged in. So what would you find for you that has been your biggest business challenge?
I think my biggest business challenge really is, first of all, is educating people about what it is that I do.
Yeah.
A lot of people get that mindset that we're just a bunch of home parties, and that, yes, that's a great way to get in front of people and share what we have, because there is that educational piece about the products we have. They're vegan certified, they're PETA approved, they're gluten free. We never have used mineral oil in our products. They're paraben free, phthalate free. So they're leaving out the things that cause allergens and are unhealthy. The cool thing about Arbonne is that we've never tested on animals. We don't use animal byproducts. And we've been doing that for 35 years. We're not doing it now because it's the cool, expected thing to do.
It's your tradition.
That's our tradition. We've always been like that. So I trust the products. And so, you know, there's that piece of it, is that
education.
It's the education of that, which is why, yeah, sometimes we get in front of people. I have social events up at my house. I have events, health and wellness events at my house, so people can come and try the products and just learn about it. I'm not in the convincing business. And I think that's another piece of it, that they feel like we're kind of like the insurance salesman. That's not me. It's not anyone that I know in Arbonne. I don't know how that rolls for other companies. But I'm not here to convince you, because it's either for you or it's not. But the education piece is huge for me. So there's that part of it, and what it is that I actually do as a network marketing professional. And then it is just introducing them to Arbonne as a whole and the benefits that their families receive. I love getting text messages from people saying how amazing their skin feels, or, you know, I have so much more energy on the vitamins, and, you know, and things like that. So they work, and that just makes my job more wonderful.
So how do you overcome that educational challenge? You know, is it strictly inviting folks up to an event, or do you have other little secrets that you might like to share?
Sure. Well, I love meeting people for coffee, as you know. Love doing that, because I prefer, this is a belly-to-belly business. You know, instead of getting someone on the phone or some automated system on the phone, or, you know, returning it to a different clerk at Macy's the next time you're there, I create relationships. It's a relationship business, and I prefer that, and I think my clients would prefer that. I have had some of the same clients for the last 9 years. They're still loyal to Arbonne. So you create, you know, I'm introducing the brand Arbonne, but I'm also introducing myself. So they're creating a relationship with Arbonne, but also with me.
Okay. And so does your family, are they on the Arbonne?
On the Arbonne train?
Yeah.
Yes, they are, because they have no choice but to use Arbonne products in the house.
There you go, because that's what you're buying.
Yeah, it's true, because I get paid to shop for my own store.
So I'm wondering, you know, about Sandy Skrocki, and what in the morning, you know, you get up in the morning and you have energy, and I think you nurture that within yourself with your nutrition and how you're living your life. But what is it inside of you that just like, yes, you get all like, this is a great day, and off I go into Arbonne and what I do.
Part of it is that I don't feel that there's any reason to not make it a great day.
Right?
So a lot of that has to do with, spiritually speaking, I'm always refilling my own cup and sharing that with others as well. That's a huge part of our lives.
How do you do that? How do you refill your cup? Because if you can't be running around with your pitcher and pouring into everybody else's cup. So how do you get your pitcher refill?
So I'm trying to be a morning person.
You're not. I would have guessed that you would have been.
as soon as I'm awake, I'm on the go. Like, you know, I'm awake.
But you'd rather be awake at 10 than at 6.
No, I mean, I'd rather, yeah, I don't know. I would like to see myself be able to get up at like 5:30 in the morning and get some studying done, some personal growth done, and have that done for the day. Working on that with exercise too, but that's not going to happen in the morning for me. But just to get more, I like getting up earlier in the morning. You get more out of your day, and it's a lot easier flow. It's a little more relaxed. I homeschool 2 of my children.
Do you?
I do.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I say that and they laugh because they're very good at doing a lot of it on their own.
Nice.
So, but it's remarkable. I love having my kids home. It's been fantastic for them. Timothy's been doing it for a couple years. He's in high school, and Emma has just started. She's doing 7th and 8th grade this year.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a challenge, but we're figuring it out.
So you try to shift your day a little bit. You try to make some time for yourself. What is your basic philosophy that keeps you jazzed up and going?
I think it's always been helping other people and putting other people first. And sometimes it's exhausting and it's not always rewarding. But I have realized along the way that has just been who I'm about, and it's all about other people and family. Family is enormous. Family is enormous, and trying to stay close to everyone around the country.
Okay. So, what do you think is your biggest key to your success? And let's back that up, how do you define success? Because that can be different for everybody.
Yeah, it is. It's not really about money. I think success for me is finding a real balance for everything so that the priorities are done, and keeping family and your spirituality at the top.
Nice. What other advice might you have for other folks who are considering doing their own business, sparking off into entrepreneurship? What one piece of advice might you have for them?
Don't overthink it. It's fantastic. The biggest thing for me was the time freedom that network marketing creates. I have owned my own photography company. My husband has owned his own building, construction company for over 20 years. Just keep at it, but make sure that you can be passionate about it.
Right.
Has to be a passion.
Yeah. What is your passion?
Health and wellness. And helping other people.
Is there anything that we haven't covered that you might like others to know about you that we might not know about you?
About me personally? No. I don't know. I'm pretty much, this is me.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming in.
Thanks, Mo.
And spending time with me. Thank you for joining us once again. And I'd like to also thank East Hampton Media for helping us to make all of this possible. And until we see you next time, ciao for now.